Officially, France's presidential race hasn't started, but the Socialist Party's Segolene Royal is already on the campaign trail.
Bonjour, comment ça va?
Je te présente ma fille.
Ah, bonjour.
Today she's opening a swimming complex in the heart of her electorate on the Atlantic coast.
Vous allez voir, puis après on a surtout ça, ce qui est quand même bien, c'est qu'on a donc chaque bassin qui peut être isolé. C'est-à-dire que si jamais on voulait un jour, pour des raisons de gardiennage, isoler un bassin, on peut donc les fermer. Ça va commencer là-bas.
Her hands-on approach is just one of the reasons why poll after poll has found she's France's preferred presidential candidate.
Alors Madame Royal, pourquoi ce projet ici?
Parce que la baignade avait été interdite et donc à cause par le préfet pour des raisons de sécurité. Et donc c'est le cas sur beaucoup de plans d'eau en France. Et donc il s'agissait de rendre aux familles, aux enfants le droit à la baignade sur tous les plans d'eau. Et donc nous avons mis au point ce prototype de baignade flottante qui permet de filtrer l'eau naturellement pour pouvoir reconquérir le droit à la baignade.
Segolene Royal has graced the cover of nearly every French magazine, from scholarly to gossipy, and this month she appeared like no French politician before. She's even been voted the politician most people would like to invite on holiday.
Bonjour. Paul est là aussi. Ça va?
Ça va,
oui, oui, ça va bien.
Oui, c'est le beau temps.
Il y a des gens qui arrivent, on va attendre.
I think France is ready for a female president. I think, like Michelle Bachelet said in Chile, the time for women is coming. And I think that public opinion is in advance on politics.
For her supporters, this Socialist Party candidate is cause for hope.
Alors, mon opinion sur Segolene Royal, j'ai dit que c'était une femme très sympathique, très ouverte et très à l'écoute des Français et des autres pays. Voilà mon opinion générale sur Segolene Royal, que j'apprécie beaucoup en tant que femme.
But this is a country where women only got the vote in 1944, where only 71 of the 577 MPs are women, and where political parties prefer to pay fines rather than adhere to legal quotas for women candidates.
Et en France, une femme est présidente, je pense pas que ça va être possible. Elle est encore assez hypocrite pour accepter qu'une femme soit présidente. Il y a encore trop de machos, quoi. Tout simplement.
I have spoken with a number of people in the street. Their big thing is France is too macho. It's too
macho, yeah.
Too macho, too male-orientated.
Maybe.
Not ready.
I think it's ready. I think France is ready.
Royal served notice of her political aspirations when she crushed the then Prime Minister's chosen candidate on his own Conservative home ground in regional elections in 2004. That election win allowed her to claim the title of Madam President for the region of Poitou-Charentes. While her designs on higher office were at first guarded, they're not anymore. Do you think you will be the first president?
Maybe. It's a possibility.
It's something that you want?
If I'm the candidate, I want to win.
Why?
Why? To change, to make something different, to answer a lot of problems, to give the youth his chance to integrate the society, to succeed in education, to resolve the environment problems and unemployment.
Plus fréquente.
Royal is polling better than the Conservatives' leading candidate, but her rise appears to have caught many old guard socialists in her party by surprise. What is going to be the biggest hurdle that you have to overcome to win?
The decision inside the Socialist Party.
The problem for Royal is that she has increased her appeal by espousing views many of the party's old guard consider blasphemous.
Rentrez chez vous! Rentrez chez vous!
When riots broke out in the suburbs of Paris a year ago, fanning across the country, tough talk on crime by the nation's leaders followed suit. As the suburbs burned, the man considered Royal's biggest threat, the country's right-wing Interior Minister, Nicolas Sarkozy, was in his element.
Il faut que l'ordre républicain revienne dans tous les quartiers de notre territoire. C'est pas un choix, c'est une obligation. On y mettra le temps qu'il faut, mais il faut que l'ordre républicain revienne. Si c'est pas l'ordre de la police républicaine, ça sera soit l'ordre des bandes, soit l'ordre des mafias, soit un autre ordre, celui d'un certain nombre d'extrémistes.
Une idée toute simple, c'est-à-dire le constat.
But Segolene Royal, the daughter of a colonial army colonel, also spoke out. She too talked tough on crime, calling for military training for unruly teenagers. She argues France's Conservatives have no right to monopolise an issue which is of concern to all. Your comments advocating a tougher line on juvenile offenders, it upset some in your party.
Yes.
Overall, how was it received within the Socialists?
It depends. When I can explain that to find violence, you have to be authority, to give authority and justice and education, it's okay. So when I explain clearly what I mean, it's okay with the Socialists.
But some say that you're moving the party too far to the right, for the old guard.
It's not true. It's not true. It's a manner to fight me inside the Socialist Party. But it's not true at all. So I have to explain.
Alain Deban is one of her new faithful. He recently joined the Socialist Party, attracted to Royal's willingness to talk about law and order.
Et qu'elle a commencé à parler de façon, pour ce qui me concerne, très intéressante, de la sécurité en France, des problèmes de la violence, en particulier dans les banlieues, chose que le Parti socialiste avait du mal jusqu'à présent à évoquer, en tout cas avait du mal à répondre à ces problèmes qui préoccupent énormément les Français.
Political analyst Florence Hagel says that taking on conservative causes like law and order may ultimately backfire on Royal.
You know, it's not a socialist issue, so that is, I think, maybe a sort of weakness, because on these issues we can imagine that Nicolas Sarkozy, the right-wing leader, will be better and will be more credible, you say, because it is traditional right-wing issue.
Royal knows if she's going to win, she also needs to respond to left-wing issues like unemployment, which many believe was the root cause of the riots. There's a 10% nationwide unemployment rate, but joblessness amongst young people runs at 25%, and in some areas, almost 1 in 2 young people are without a job.
Is the first priority is unemployment and buying power. These are the 2 priorities. And to fight unemployment, we have to invest in research. Or with this government, investment in research has decreasing a lot, and that is bad. I can see as a presidency of the region that we need money to invest in research and environment. And one most important reform I will do is to decentralize the economic power on the area, in the region.
Incredibly, and thanks in part to Royal's popular appeal, along with concern about the rise of right-wing extremism, in the past few months the ranks of the Socialist Party have swollen by 40%. In November, their votes will help determine who the party wants to run for president. The candidate Royal has to beat is Francois Holland, who is the leader of the Socialist Party. He also happens to be Segolene Royal's partner and the father of her 4 children. If he stands, will you stand?
We will see. We'll see.
Have you discussed it?
We say the same thing in public and in private. We say the man or the woman who will be the best one, the placed, will be the candidate. And I say the same thing.
Her critics say that while she's made her mark on domestic matters, her partner has more credibility on the world stage.
Well, I think that a crucial point maybe is the question of the international context, because Segolene Royal is not very competent on international relations affairs, and maybe if the situation is very difficult with Israel and Lebanon and everything, maybe Francois Hollande is a better candidate for this point.
Die-hard conservatives such as this voter agree.
Segolene Royal, je pense sincèrement pas que ce soit la bonne personne qui ferait pour la France, surtout en ce moment où la France doit répondre à énormément de problèmes et contraintes tant nationales qu'internationales. Je trouve qu'elle n'a pas de charisme pour avoir la position de président de la République, enfin présidente de la République plutôt. Donc je trouve vraiment pas que ce soit la meilleure des solutions pour la France, pour le bien-être des Français.
But Segolene Royal, who held 3 cabinet positions in the last socialist government, says she won't be backing down. You are on the record as being a reformer, as someone who wants to make change.
Yes.
In your view, how would you describe yourself?
Like this. It's a good definition. I want to change. I am not afraid to say the things as they are, really, to show the reality of the life of people. And I say that politics must be done by the proof, and not by the speech, but by the proof.